Yo, it's that Nez, dropping another review on y'all, and this is going to be the review of the iRULU 20 Pro Android 4.4 multimedia video projector. Now, this is actually part 2 because I already did the unboxing and gave the quick walk around and showed you a couple of what it looks like going around it and all the ports and everything. This is going to be more of the internals and the software portion of the video. So bear with me. I'm still getting over my cold. I'm on my last day of my Z-Pack, and hopefully I should start improving big time. As you see, the date is Wednesday, June 15th, and it is 4 o'clock. So I'm going to try to get through this as soon as possible. But real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this start all over, and so you can get an idea what the boot sequence is on this, so you can see what it's like booting up. Now, as you see, once it starts booting up, if it's to focus in, you get greeted with the iRULU Connect to My World screen, splash screen there. And then you're gonna immediately start going into the Android operating system. You know, Android 720p at 60 Hertz. Now, just so you know off the top of your head, the native resolution of this is 800 by 480, but that really doesn't matter. That's the native resolution. This is 1080p, so what that means is support 1080p video, so you can put 1080p video in here and then, you know, cast it onto whatever screen and it'll still be 1080p quality. Here goes your beginning screen here, and as you see, when I first started up, it had the right time. When I did before, it had the right time, but now you see it has the wrong time. So what's going to happen is it has to connect to the Wi-Fi. Now I just restarted it. It has to connect to the Wi-Fi, and then once it connects to the Wi-Fi, it's going to automatically adjust that time. I already put the Wi-Fi in there, but I'm going to show you where you would do that at. Alright, in the meantime, I'm just going to go through some of the motions here on the menu. Okay, right there you have online video, my recommended, settings, local. Now as you see, it did adjust the time up there. Now it's you know, today's date, and the date is you know, 1602, which is 402 in military time, or vice versa I should say. You got your music tab here, my apps. You got your plus, so you can add stuff. We'll go through that. Your folder, which is if you plug in any USB devices, it's, you know, that's where you're gonna locate all the files on that. And of course, it looks like either Wi-Fi or Miracast. Okay, let's go into online video. When I go into online video, you have browser here, and I imagine there you can add some more stuff. Just so you know, I have this plugged into my speaker, which is the speaker I'm going to be using for the poolside movie night, which is the reason why I bought this. And this speaker is extremely loud, extremely loud. It's like 1,000 watts, maybe. I think it's like 1,200 watts actually. But if I was to unplug it, this does have a speaker, but the speaker that's in the system here is only about 3 watts, so that's no way near enough power for all these people that I got coming to hear it, especially outside. So to keep going, you're gonna go into the browser here. You hit browser, and it brings up, I imagine, internet browser, Google default page there. So I imagine you hit the button there. See, this is where some type of mouse would come in handy here. As you see, I can highlight it with the remote control. I'm using the remote control here to control this thing, and then it'll let you type in some stuff. You know, you can type in some stuff, go to different pages here. Let's go to, you know, let's just go to YouTube and see what we're working with. I'm spelling YouTube wrong, crap. YouTube. Okay, so okay, get into that YouTube action there. Okay, so now got YouTube. Now we're just gonna navigate down to one of these links here, go directly into YouTube, and let's go into YouTube. What's going on? Why does it keep searching for YouTube? Boom. Okay, good. This is what we want. We want to go directly into YouTube. Okay, so we go into YouTube. See if we can highlight a video of some sort here. Can I get a video here? Okay. No? Can't get a video. What's going on here? See? Now this is a problem. This is where we would need some type of mouse, because it's not allowing me to go into YouTube. You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to cheat here a little bit and see. I have a Bluetooth mouse. I'm going to try to connect the Bluetooth mouse to this thing and see what we can get popping over here, because this is kind of ridiculous. Let's come out of here. I'm going to go ahead and return. Hit return. There should be a home button, I would think. And this remote control kind of sucks. Let's see if I can hit exit. Does exit do anything? Nope. So menu. Okay, menu brings you there, but is there a way to? Nope. So basically, in order to get back to home, I would have to constantly keep hitting the back button to get back to home. Okay, so let's go to settings. Real quick, while we're in your settings, let's just go over that real quick. As you see right here is your network. This is where you pick which network you're using. I'm on my home network there. One of them. I have a plethora of them. That's my most basic one. If going back to network, you can see on the right there it has the network you're connected to and your IP address that's given to you. Over here you have your display where I have HDMI auto detection on. Hide status bar, because I don't want the status bar keep popping up. Display position, that can stay the way that it is. There's no need to change that. Oh, actually, you know what? This is so like right now. You see how I believe it's okay, so if I go down and display, let's go down to 80%, back up to 100%. So I guess that's what that does. If I'm too close, it lets me back it off some to kind of adjust it to whatever screen I'm using a little bit better. Okay, so I guess that's useful. Come back out, and then your screensaver, you can set your time with your screensaver to come on, which for me it'll be never, because I'm only going to be using this just to broadcast movies, outside or on a projector or something on a screen or something like that. So there's no need for all that. Okay, let's go back up to advanced now. Advanced, application request to change orientation. Nope, I don't want no one asking me to change any orientation on this, so just leave that unchecked. Keep landscape, absolutely, because I want it to display in this configuration that I have right here. I do not want to be displayed in vertical for any reason, so I'll leave that checked for horizontal or landscape. Digital auto detection, you want that on, because before when I was playing with it, I realized you can change some of those features down here underneath that says digital audio output. If you click off, see, now you no longer hear any sound. And right there I have SPDIF pass through, but if I go through to PCM, then it comes back to what we got going on here. Or I can go right here to HDMI, and it also works for HDMI, if I plug in the HDMI device. But basically the SPDIF is what you don't want. I really am not familiar with a lot of different audio codecs and stuff like that, so I don't know what you would use that for. But as you can see here, PCM and HDMI are the ones you want to get sound working. So with that being said, it's probably better just to leave that bad boy on audio detection, because it's just going to detect whatever audio and choose that for itself. So now we're going to go to other and other. In this screen, it shows your model number, Android version, build number, kernel version, all that crap. You go down, system update, let's click on that, see what we get. Brings us to this screen. Let's check on online update. And for some reason it says check failure check, the OTA server agent, over-the-air server agent. So that failed. Let's try it again. Maybe it was a glitch. And that failed again. So I'm not going to sit here and mess around with that too much. But if you keep going, you can see down here, you can select many different things. Which it gives you the option to back up all your files, your settings and stuff on this device before updating, or you can restore to a previous backup from here. So that's pretty nifty, I guess. A good thing to have if you use this a lot. You don't want to keep having to reconfigure it. Okay, so now we're going to come down to more settings, and this is where you get into your actual Android stuff. So anyone who has Android knows all about this. It's going to run through the main settings on this, but I'm not going to go into each submenu. So you have your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your data usage, more, which is probably more data stuff like VPN settings or whatever. Your sound, displays, storage, apps, permissions, location, security, language and input, backup reset, Google, add account. Obviously Google is whatever Google account you signed in as. I signed in under my Google account. You can add other accounts if you choose, like a Yahoo or AIM or whatever. Your date and time is where you would manually set your date and time or set it to auto detect. Accessibility, everybody knows accessibility is just for like handicap stuff, special settings. Printing, if you choose to print from here, which I won't be. All about media box, which is what I'm assuming media box is what the overlay is called that's on this. The overlay that's on top of this Android OS. Basically, that's your Android settings. We're going to go into Bluetooth to get this keyboard popping to try to figure out how we can get something going on this YouTube. And as you see, I already have a device installed. I have one of my Bluetooth speakers, the Monster Rock and Roller. The links in the descriptions would be if you want to check out the review on that. That's a really good speaker to cop. I got it on sale at ShopRite, a little while ago for like $70-$80. It's actually worth probably about $200-$300. Not exactly sure. I put a link into Amazon where the price was like $150. I don't know what the price is now, but it's a really good speaker. If you have the spare cash, you won't be sorry. It's worth the money. But you can check. I'll put the link in the description so you can check out the review for yourself. So why don't we just hop up into scan for devices. So you can scan for this keyboard here. Devices. There goes my keyboard. There we go. To pair with the keyboard, type on it 409007. 409007. Enter. And now we have a Bluetooth keyboard connected to this that should help us to navigate this thing a little bit better. Let's see. See, now I'm using the keyboard and not the remote now. Now we're on and popping. Now let's see what we can do. Let's come up out of here. How do we escape up out of here using the keyboard? Is there an escape button on the keyboard? So the keyboard that I have has no escape on it, but I will use the remote to go back. Oh, I guess hitting the home button on the keyboard went back. Let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, the home button on here is the escape button. Okay, boom. Okay, so now we're gonna peep out the online video. What's going on with that? Okay. Do I have a mouse? I have a mouse, y'all. That's what's up. Okay, so now let's just go directly into YouTube. Let's see what we got here. Something that's back to what I don't want to see. See if we can find, okay, something with Jimmy Fallon. Late Show. You never go wrong with something from whatever Late Show with whoever. Got an ad pop.
In this world, there are 3 types of soccer. The bad.
Let's just skip past that for the time being. So
the world is still in shock after their terror attack on a gay nightclub in Orlando over the weekend. But in the aftermath of the horror, people all over have come together with moving expressions of love and solidarity for the people of Orlando and the LGBT
the video
community,
on this is not bad.
providing some
not
hope
bad at all.
that in the end, fear and hatred won't win. But Donald Trump might. As news of the attack was still coming in on Sunday, Donald Trump took to Twitter to express his solidarity with himself, tweeting, "I called it." It reminds me of FDR's inspiring words after Pearl Harbor.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in Told You So.
Then, yesterday, Trump gave a speech where he let the world know who's to blame for this lone madman's act of violence.
Hillary Clinton, for months, and despite so many attacks, repeatedly refused to even say the words radical Islam. They have put...
Well, as you can see, this portion works, pretty good. But I would highly suggest that you get some type of Air mouse or Bluetooth mouse, because just using your remote for this is not gonna cut it. It's really not gonna cut it. Okay, so now let's check out these tabs. Now we showed you the settings of online video recommended. This is just basically some stuff that's recommended for you. You got your media center here, which you have some settings here. You guys can play around with that. I have no need for that. Mirrorcast, if I decide that I want to cast what's on here onto something else, which I don't see the need for that, for the simple fact that I'm using this as a display, so why would I want to cast whatever's on this onto another display? It defeats the purpose. So I don't understand why they recommend that for me. This right here, I guess you can add some more of your own stuff. Let's go to add, see what you got. Okay, so these are the pre-installed apps. I can add any one of these up there if I want real quick. Okay, so I did that. Let's see what happens. Now that I did that. Okay, so it added the calculator. So now if I wanted a calculator, something to type in some stuff real quick on there, I don't know why I would need a calculator on this, but if you choose to have it up there, you have that option. Let's come back out of here. Settings you already know about. Local. This is just more local stuff on here. I don't know why they have so many different tiles that let you show you stuff that you already have on here, but this is like if I had any pictures and stuff stored on here, which this is just showing my what's on my USB, so we'll need that. Movie player, file browser. That's the file browser to browse your files on whatever storage device you got plugged in here. And the movie player, of course, is to play whatever movie from what it said file storage device you have plugged in. Let's come out of here. Oh, one more thing. I guess it's same as before. You can add whatever else onto there, which I don't need to worry about that. Music program. If you play whatever music that's stored on here or on whatever file device, and with the add button, again, you can add more stuff. Apps. These are your apps that you have already pre-installed on here. This is some type of update that brings us back to that update screen, which we are determined that don't work. So you need to worry about that. You have your Play Store here, which your Play Store is limited. I can tell you that because I wasn't able to find YouTube on here for some reason. So that's neither here nor there. Right now it's asking me to sign back in, even though I had already signed in on here, but whatever. Is it going to make me sign in again? Yes. Just one last, let's check one more time. See if we can find YouTube on this bad boy. Okay, let's see. See, I previously searched for YouTube, and YouTube is not connected. It's not one of the apps that you can download on here for some reason. I think it has something to do with the licensing that iRULU, you know, worked out with Google with the Play Store. You know, and I think I know what it is. Because of the fact that it's in China, it's made in China, and China doesn't really like Google services in there. Primarily YouTube. They have YouTube blocked in China. That's probably the reason why they couldn't get the licensing for YouTube on this device, because this device is made in China. So, don't need for me to look for anything else. I have no interest. I'm interested primarily in YouTube. So, come up out of there. You see the rest of that stuff that's pre-installed. Okay, and then down here, basically same thing. You got your Miracraft screen, which we don't need to worry about that. You have your file browser to browse whatever that's on the sticks, which you see right there. I have 3 movies. We're going to come back to second, and then your plus button. You know, you can add some other quick launch apps, which that's primary. All I'm going to need is really is file browser. So, with that being said, enough about this. I'm just going to go ahead into a movie. Yeah. So now we're going to check out this video from one of my reviews that I had did on their Monster Rock and Roller. Since you've seen it in my Bluetooth my Bluetooth settings that I have it paired to that. So I'm going to show the review on that, because originally I had planned on showing the videos that I was going to use for the party, the Grease and Austin Powers and Goonies. But this is actually my second part redoing of this video, because I had already uploaded it to YouTube, but I just didn't set it live. But YouTube had flagged me on content creation for that, which I thought it might do. So I just decided whether, rather than go through that whole thing, I decided just to redo this one segment and put my some footage that I did up in here. So with that being said, here we go. I had already played it before, so. Okay, we back in. Got the music going still, and got the water hose right here, and got this bad boy in jet. We about to. Now I think I'm gonna put it on something that just has a lot of water coming out. Full. Got this bad boy on full. I'm about to let her rip. Now I am literally. Now, something that I didn't do is make sure that all the ports were closed, although I did do that while I was in the house, because I didn't really mess with anything. But as you can see, I am literally drenching this bad boy with water. Drenching it. There is no doubt about it that this bad boy is 100% IP67 certified. If I haven't convinced you yet to get this damn thing, yo, you just have no need for anything like this, because I'm showing you why this is a must. I got a pool. You see my pool. So there's gonna be splashes. There's gonna be drunk people spilling drinks and all that. And this just proved that this can handle all of that. I think you guys get the hint. The video shows up very well on here. Yeah, so oh yeah, real quick before I come out of this video, I just wanted to show you in my unboxing in hardware tour, I had mentioned there was a button or something on the back of the on back of Projector that I didn't know what that was. I finally figured out what that was. The way this works, when you set up your projector, a lot of times when you're setting it up, it's going to be lower or higher than the actual screen. So when you actually project it on the screen, it projected it as like a trapezoid type shape. So they created that button. It's actually called the movie correction knob. And what it does, or the keystone correction knob, I should say. Movie correction knob, same thing. What it does is basically it lets you, I'll just show you, it lets you change the look of the video like this at like an angle, so that way if you're below the video screen that you're projecting a movie on, you can swing it back like that, so that way, you know, it appears straight, and vice versa. So that's what that knob does. I'm gonna say it probably turns in the space of maybe 10 degrees. It's only about 10 degrees worth of motion. So that's the sole purpose behind that knob on the back of the projector. I just wanted to put that out there because I didn't know what it was when I was doing my hardware tour on the unboxing video. So yeah, I mean, seems like it's a pretty good excuse me, it seems like it's a pretty good projector here. So for the money, 200 bucks, I mean, it's pretty good. You get it works from 35 to 200 inches, 35 inches to 200 inches. This right here is, I'm gonna say, it's probably about 40 inches right there. That's about a 40-inch cast, maybe 45 inches. I don't, in my room where I do my reviews, I don't really have the space to really cast a larger image, but you get the gist. It's going to be the same whether it's or 150 inches. It should be exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a review on the actual blow up projector screen that I bought, and on that projector screen I'm gonna put the link to that into this video once I do that, so that way you could see what this image looks like on the projector screen. I'm gonna try to get that done so that way I can work on that tonight when it starts getting a little darker, and then you'll be able to see. But as for this review right here, I think we can call it a wrap. 200 bucks, cop that. Actually, if you go on the website, you can find it for 15 bucks cheaper. I got it for $209 on Amazon. You know, that's because I'm Prime member and they get the little faster shipping. But I'm pretty sure if you go on the website, you can get it for $185 is what I see on the website now. I'll put the links in the description. And I'm sure they have faster shipping options, or if you don't really care about fast shipping, you can get it, you know, when they send it to you. But it is in China, so, you know, if you choose the regular shipping, you probably won't get it for like 3-4 weeks. But and if you do some type of expedited, you'll probably get it like a week sooner, maybe 2 weeks sooner. So that's up to you. But I will put the actual website and Amazon both in the description, as long as the link to, you know, the other stuff that I told you I was gonna put in the description. So with that being said, I am that bruh Nez. Cop this iRULU projector. I'm out this piece.